Hey guys, did you ever hear the story about Beasto Blanco when they played on the Queen Mary on Halloween night? And the call was coming from inside the house.
Yeah, that's from when a stranger calls.
Dude, that happened to a girl I know in high school.
What?
Have you checked the children?
Yeah.
Go to BeastoBlanco.com for tickets.
Ow! That's hot.
Hey guys, welcome.
Could it get any better?
Welcome. Yeah, that was so funny.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another fabulous, fun episode of the VoiceIt Show. I am your host, Kanak, and I pointed in the right direction. That's Becca, and that's Funky, and we are
Monkey.
so happy to see you guys back. We hope you had an amazing Halloween, and now it's the pre-week of Thanksgiving. Last episode was Halloween that we celebrated with Jeremy Colson on the VoiceIt Show, and we had a total blast. And today joining us is Brother Latham of Beasto Blanco. And this pre-Thanksgiving week cannot be any better than this. And first of all, let me greet all of you loyal beasts and the RGA cadets out there in the comments and everyone watching. Hi, Mike. Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and taking your time out for this episode.
Hi.
And coming here, thank you so very much.
Oh,
And
hi from Spain. Hi.
if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It should be somewhere in the right corner below. And without any further ado, shall we bring on our guest? Today, we are still very excited to welcome on the VoiceIt Show Mr. Christopher, aka Brother Latham of Beasto Blanco, and he is the lead guitarist of the band, fantastic musician and artist. And when he is not a guitar player, he is an audio engineer, always working, fantastic man, and much more. Let's find out as we talk with Mr. Brother Latham. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you guys? Thanks for having me a part of this. This is really cool.
Thank you so much.
Amazing to have you.
Truly, thank you so much. And good morning to you, first of all.
Good evening to all of you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello from the future.
I really like the intro that you gave of Beasto sitting around our electronic campfire through a phone, our virtual campfire. Very nice.
It was so
One
cool.
of our most memorable moments, anyway.
Always fun, right?
Yeah.
That's what keeps the spirit alive.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. And how has this year been, first of all?
What year is it again?
No idea.
This year, yeah, it's a bit of a trip. You know, it's I know a lot of our colleagues and everybody is still, just trying to find our way through it. And trying to keep as productive as we can and creative as we can, and just do what we can to buy the time to get back out and see everybody again.
Yeah.
Right.
Beasto was actually, we were on tour when all of this started happening in March, and we had to cut our tour short by a couple weeks, and couldn't fulfill all our obligations, and we're just hoping to get out there, someday soon and see everybody.
By the way,
Yeah.
you're supposed to play with Songs of Silence, right? Like right before the pandemic started, or like after.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Funky. Say it again.
You were supposed to play with a band, Songs of Silence, or they were, I don't know, with
Sounds of Silence.
right after the lockdown and everything started.
Yeah, was that going to be? We were supposed to play a festival. I forgive me for not, keeping them in mind and who they are. Maybe it was in the festival that we were supposed to play that got canceled. I mean, we were supposed to play with a lot of really good bands, and things just got tossed up in the air, and everything is still up here, just waiting to drop.
Yeah, true.
True. Everybody is waiting for that personal connect once again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what's it like to shake anybody's hand anymore or give them a hug? It's a bit of trip.
True.
Bit of a trip.
True.
Everybody misses that.
Yeah.
So to start, let's go to the very beginning when you were, a kid. Were you into music?
Yes, very much so. I was just talking to a friend of mine actually the other day about, well, actually yesterday, our gentleman we're working with right now. One of my, I've always been wrapped into music, either family members who were like my dad was, part of the music business back in the 70s or early 70s. He worked with some pretty major radio stations here in Los Angeles. And then also worked directly with, folks like Fleetwood Mac and Rod Stewart and the Monkees. I don't know if you'll know any of these, but, they're pretty major back in the day. So one of my most vivid memories was I was 4 years old. I just got done. So I lived in an apartment building. I just got done swimming, and I came up back to the apartment, green shag carpet. I mean, we're dating the 70s here. This is, you guys could probably find it, some old Polaroids or whatever. Layla came on the radio. And it was one of those things at that age that it just blew my mind. I mean, I remember the smell of the air, everything when that song came on. It just really dove me in. So I was always a huge fan as a listener of music. And I never really had much interest in playing any instrument until I reached high school. But I always thought I would be more of a DJ or whatnot, because I love to listen to music. I love to learn and read the liner notes and find out, who was the producer and what were they doing in the studio, and man, go to the studio and touch the walls that these people are in, and just know about their
feel the vibes, right?
Yeah, and everything. So I, fast forward a few years, I got my first turntable that had a little cassette player next to it, and it came with a little microphone. And I had my first two records were Van Halen 2 and Aerosmith's Night in the Ruts. And what I would do is I would spin those and DJ between them and announce the songs, and I'd make these little mixtapes. And I was in elementary school, so what I would do is I'd take the little mixtapes I made and I'd take them to school and I'd sell them for $4 so I could buy more records. And so I would just keep buying records and making more mixtapes all the way through like elementary and middle school, junior high, and just so I could buy more records, and learn more about music. And it wasn't until I think my ninth grade year, the end of my ninth grade year, going into my 10th grade year, is when I've always been a huge fan of Black Sabbath, but that was right. I didn't really get into Ozzy's too much until Diary of a Madman came out, and I happened to hear Diary of a Madman. I was really into sports, and a friend of mine brought in a big ass boombox and was cranking this music, and he was cranking Diary of a Madman, and I just kind of, I really got sucked into it. And that's why I was like, okay, I want to learn how to play this, so that's where I got into guitar.
And were you 13 when you picked up the guitar?
What's that? I'm sorry?
Were you 13 when you first picked up the guitar?
My dad got me a guitar when I was 13. It was a classical guitar, a really nice one. And I was, I was a rocker, man. I was into Zeppelin and Sabbath and Skynyrd and Van Halen and all this stuff. And I was like, who the hell plays a nylon? This is not cool. So
Funky does.
I learned like the very first chord of Stairway to Heaven, like every guitar player does. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I went back to just being a listener. And then Kim, fast forward about 2 years when I was about end of 14, going on 15, I picked up the guitar and really dove in.
So cool. Do you still have it though?
Absolutely, I do. And that guitar has gotten me through. It's one of the coolest guitars I have, that classical guitar my dad got me. I was, when I was in college studying music, I studied classical guitar. Go ahead, Funky. You said you had a question.
Well, so your guitar was a Honor, right?
Yes. How did you know this?
So, well, I searched, and does it look like anything like this one?
It's very similar. I can go grab it off the wall. The strings are torn off it, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know exactly how you feel because this is my very first guitar, and as you also mentioned, you were into rock and roll, and I'm also into rock and roll, and I kind of quit, trying to learn to play anything on this. So it's a classical guitar. I mean, like, what can I play on this?
It's one of those things. If you play it, what I like about a nylon string is that you could play rock and roll, classical, so much stuff on it. And it still has you get the sound out of it. Like, you learn some Black Sabbath on that. I promise you, it'll come out.
Sure.
It's not going to be obviously, those, old gritty, Tony Iommi sounds, but it's going to be good. I promise you. I really enjoy it. It was actually a blessing to start playing on that because then when I moved to electric, it's such a smaller neck. My finger, I have really small, my fingers are short, just short and fat. So it was easy for me to go to an electric because I was having to stretch so much on the classical that when I got to the electric, I was like, oh, wow, this is a lot easier,
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of guitars, and what brings to my mind is, what brings to my mind is many of the guitarists say, about the tone. When we talk about the tone, some say it comes from your head, some say it comes from the fingers, and the way you massage the string, and the way it comes, how you play it. That's how the tone comes. And what do you think? Where does the tone come from, and how has your tone evolved over the years?
I think for a guitar player, and I've read so many stories on this, and from a lot of well-known guitar players, is that we're always looking for the endless. It's like the endless cycle of trying to find the perfect tone, but it really does come from the fingers and the soul of the musician. I mean, look at Ryan. I could pick out Ryan's, style or his guitar playing, and if I could play it or not, it's not going to be the same. Even if you set me up his same guitar, his same amp or whatever, it's the way he plays, and same thing. You hear so many people playing Eddie Van Halen or whatever, Randy Rhoads, or many guitar players, Clapton, even more current guitar players. They play it flawlessly and beautifully, but it doesn't have quite the attitude of what that musician is.
Right.
Yeah.
That touch is missing, sir.
Yeah, it has to do with the fingers and the soul and what's in here of who's playing.
True.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you're taking you back to your college days, and you were in a classical guitar ensemble.
Yes.
You joined it. How was that experience, and what did that teach you?
It was a really awesome experience. I got to travel, which was really nice. We with the ensemble, we had there was about 20 guitar players in the ensemble, and so it was pretty eclectic. We'd all, it was set up with different orchestrations of what we would play, so everything would come together as a whole. But also behind us, we had a 45-piece orchestra. and so we would
Wow.
travel to different colleges, and it was sonically just awesome. I mean, it really was just awesome. It obviously, as a guitar player, it really opened up technique and having to read music, which never has been like one of my favorite things to do. I really don't like reading music.
Sure.
I like to just play. It was a cool experience. Plus the musicians I got to play with in college. There's a lot of talent out there, man, and it's just a beautiful thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's amazing. And Chuck and you met at a very young age, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And how did your friendship form, and how did it come up to be Beasto Blanco?
When you meet people, if you ever meet a friend or whoever in your life, you're going to die old with this person as a friend. That's what it was for Chuck and I. I just moved. I'm from Alaska originally, so I just moved down to Alaska, and I was in college. He's from Tahoe and just moved down from Tahoe, so we're both like mountain kids, Right. And I was down here maybe about a month before him, and I worked at a record store for I needed a job, So I worked at a record store, and Chuck needed a job as well. So he came in and applied for a record store, and literally that same day that he applied, we hit it off. And he was there for maybe 10 minutes, just filling out the application and say, "Hey, I'm Chris," and da-da-da. He's like, "Oh, I'm staying at this little shitty motel down the street." And and so I went to, after I got off of my shift, I went and wasn't old enough to buy beer. So I had someone buy me some beer. And I bought a 12-pack of beer, and I went and knocked on the motel door and said, "Hey, man, you want to have some beer?" Sure. And it's ever since. It's that was 86, 87. It's been a while. So the friendship is always been strong and been there. And then after quite some years, we had a first incarnation of Beasto, which was called the Droots. We were a 3-piece band, which was, man, it was a lot of fun. It was like, if I had to compare it to anything, it's like Motorhead meets Budweiser beer.
Wow.
We were just a 3-piece powerhouse. A lot of fun.
That's killer.
So we did that for a couple years, and then when
was this?
That was back in 90. When were we doing that? Like 98 through about 2000, up until about 2000. And then, we just had to take care of some other things in our lives and whatnot. So, in the interim of that, that's where Chuck started getting the gig where he played with LA Guns, and he got that LA Guns gig, and he got, did the Dio thing, the Dio gig. And then that transpired into, of course, a lot of little things in between happened, but and then the Alice Cooper gig came in for him, And then so through that, but the Droots was like the first incarnation of Beasto Blanco, and then now we have Calico, which is she's so cool, man. If you guys haven't met Calico, hopefully one day we get out there, you meet her. She's pretty awesome.
Yeah, one day.
It would be our honor to. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole band of Beasto is, everybody's unique and everybody's awesome.
True.
I mean,
True.
We've been through the shit together, you guys. I'm not kidding you, and we always come out on top as a team, which is awesome.
You guys are really amazing. Sorry, Ken. You can continue.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it's not everyone known people that are out there like bands that go out and talk to their fans or share stuff. And you all, I did drums for all of you, and you all shared it and liked it or commented it, and that means so much to us, the fans. So it's a really
Yeah,
really
that is
beautiful
true.
and cool thing of you guys to do. That means a lot to a lot of us.
Well, it means a lot
Yeah.
to all to to the music community that you all support us all like that. But speaking on behalf of Beasto, we just love all of you. We really do, and it's
Thank you so much.
we've met so many good fans of the band and who are just fans of music. It's just awesome. Who've quite a few of them have become really close friends with us. I mean, we have fans that fly all
Right.
over. If we're playing here in the States somewhere, we've got fans who fly. Hey, Philip, if you're watching, and a few others who fly over from Europe to come see us do like one show. Or we have another couple who comes and they fly all over and follow us. But we have many people that come and they really turn into be dear friends, and we just really love the interaction with everybody. It's part of
Right.
part of what makes the music dance.
True. One of our friends, I can say that, and also our patron, Chris and Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris Vickery, yes.
Chris Vickery. He shared a memory of you guys, and he also has a question for you that I'd like to put up. Chris. So here's what Chris asks. What's the least rock and roll thing Beasto does?
Chris, you've been to enough shows, man. You probably can answer that. What's the least rock and roll thing? Okay, well, I don't know, man. Everything we do is rock and roll. I mean, it's all a state of mind, I guess. Rock and roll is a state of mind. The least rock and roll, when we're parked in a Walmart somewhere and we have to stock up the bus, I don't know, grocery shopping. I don't know. Least rock and roll thing that we do. There is nothing that is not rock and roll that Beasto Blanco doesn't do. Because Beasto Blanco is a state of mind. Everything is rock and roll, no matter what.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
Pretty much breathe the rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible to not rock with you guys.
I mean, we can go buy toilet paper, and we're rock and roll buying toilet paper. I mean, come on.
And you just mentioned backstage, and this is the universal language.
Yeah, right.
That is so cool.
This,
Totally.
this.
Totally.
Right.
So, since we are on that least rock and roll thing, I don't know if this fits in the least rock and roll, but it definitely is a fun incident. So, what happened after the show in Switzerland? You and Jen were stranded outside the bus. You're stuck outside the bus.
There has been, and anybody who's been on the road will contest to this. Shit happens when you're out there, and it's always unexpected, and you just have to expect the unexpected. Well, that particular story you're talking about, we were in. I don't think it was Moutier. It was the middle of winter, and we were touring in a part of. Switzerland's always been like our home base over there because that's where our tour manager is, and we have our a team of folks there. So we always play there. But I don't know if you've ever been or not, but you go to the Alps. There's the mountains they surround certain regions of towns around. So we're playing one town that is a really old town, built back in the 1500s. Really old town. Well. We're playing this bar, and the utilities might as well be from the 14 or 1500s. So with our tour bus, you have to plug them in to charge the batteries because there's many batteries. Everything is electric. Right. The keypads to let you in the doors, the lights, all this stuff. I'm glad we're keeping you entertained, Becca. I'm sure that I'm glad you're really excited. Oh.
No, no, I'm sorry. It's because when I smile too much, I start to do it. Every show it's like that. Don't worry. Even in video call. Please don't think that it's that.
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. Anyway, long story made long. We just played a gig, and there's such warm people that at this pretty much most of the venues we play. Everybody's so nice and so warm and just really nice to us. They took us in and they let us just drink and eat and drink a lot more. So Jan and I ended up closing the bar down. It's about 4 a.m. We ended up closing it down, and we figured, okay, we'll just go to our bus, which is parked right outside, plugged in and charged, and they locked the bar. Now we're in the middle of the Alps in the middle of winter, freezing cold. Wind is howling.
Oh, wow.
God.
We go to type in our security code to open the door. The door doesn't open.
No.
Whoa.
The bar is closed now, and they'd all gone home, and we're like trying to get in.
No.
We can't get in. So the batteries had gone dead on the bus. So we're banging to try to get in, trying to wake everybody up, and all I can see, and we're a tad inebriated. All I could see was through these, all the windows are tinted, so you can't see in. And so I'm trying to look in. It's dark and it's windy and I can't hear. But all I see is Chuck and the bus driver, who's in these little tight, he's in his underwear, right? Because we woke him up. Yeah. And all I see is them arguing back and forth. There's like hands are going back and forth, and they're just, and Chuck's, and I'm trying to listen. Anyways, we got locked out of the bus. Wow. We had to find this little hatch. I don't know. It was probably maybe.
Whoa!
I don't know in the metric system, but it's probably 14 inches, not much bigger than a ruler that we had to open and climb through. And so we got locked out of the bus, and it took about 45 minutes to try to figure out how to get in.
Oh, wow.
Out in the cold, and everybody was locked in. The people inside couldn't get out. We couldn't get in. They couldn't get out.
Oh,
whoa, deadlock.
Yeah, and then the kicker was we had to be in London the next morning. So that's a 17-hour drive, and our buses broke down. So, and we're in Switzerland, so it was we had many stories like that. We've been broke down in Czech Republic. That was a little hairy. Yeah, we've got some doozies. It's fun. It's fun. You always got to think on your toes.
Being on the road is fun. Oh my God.
Anyway, we almost died in Switzerland.
Almost. Well, that's so fun. Do you sing in the shower?
What? Do I what?
Do you sing in the shower?
Oh, do I sing in the shower?
Yeah.
In my head. I might sing, especially if we're working on
songs?
Only Beasto music.
Loyal.
What?
I said you're loyal.
Oh, yeah. No, for me, it's always. I was humming something the other day in the shower, and it's not like I don't go. I'm not like Macaulay Culkin and singing in front of a mirror. Woohoo! It's usually when I have when we're working on a piece of music or something, and I'm trying to think of something melodic for a guitar line or something that we could that would sound good for the song. That's when I'll start kind of doing something. Otherwise, no, man, it's all business, man. Get me in and out. I don't need to be wasting my time in the shower.
Sure. So, what is your creative process of writing your solo, so as to say, or if with the group, with the band?
I like writing solos. I think everything has to be for what the song needs. It's not. you were talking earlier about how styles and tones and all this of guitars. I think that also holds true to a band. Everybody's got, no matter what their instrumentation is, there's a style that can't be implemented. But when it comes together as a whole, that makes a style of a band. I can improvise on a jam, but when it comes to our songs, I don't just improvise solos. I like to write out solos because I want it to be for what that song needs. And I want every piece of instrumentation in our songs, I think, has to fit down to the drums, to a vocal melody, to a bass line, to a guitar line, to a guitar solo. And I'm sure that, I don't know. It's just my approach. I like to sit down and write.
Yeah.
I'll take stuff that we've, already kind of recorded, and I'll go into the studio and just in my bedroom, and I'll put that thing on loop, and it can come right away, or it could be something that, like, we have one song right now. I've been busting my ass on it, and it's everything I'm coming up with isn't as cool as the song, and it's driving me nuts. So I just got to keep to it to where it works with the song, because the song is good. I want what I'm doing to fit and be a part of it and be just as good. It's got to complement it. So that's what I do with my solos. So pretty much most of the solos you hear on a Beasto record, I have sat and figured out. And again, some of them come right away, and some of those other things where I feel like I just want to just punch myself in the face, and I have to just walk away for a while, and come back. So that's where I'll be in the shower, and I'll be going, it's.
And you hit that, yeah, true.
So that's kind of the process for me.
Do you often record yourself as well?
Every time. Yeah. So I've got just a bunch of chicken scratch, especially on one. I was just listening before we were doing this. I was in there listening. I'm going, this is it's amateur. This is crap. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of stuff I'd done and ideas, and I'm like, nope, done, move on, let's figure something else out. But that's where, like, the process of writing with Chuck and writing with our band, and then also writing with the producer or songwriters, it really helps, because I can come in with an idea that I may not. All right, this will do for now, but you play it for somebody and they're like, oh, that's really cool, maybe we try doing something like this, and it's like, thank you, because that's a mental block to get to that point. Collaboration is fun. And these creative differences also lead to better things, I guess. It really does. It can lend itself to, paint a really nice picture. What's that? I always loved the line that Ozzy sings in Flying High Again. Can you hear the colors? Can you hear the colors of the sounds I hear? And I really love that, because that's what music is, especially when you're collaborating with somebody. It's like one person takes a palette of something, and then you pass the palette to somebody else, and you see what they do to it. Next thing you know, you have this really cool, cool child. It's like we're all kids and we're all collaborations.
The big picture is always beautiful.
Right. So we want to hear some more stories. So as our friend Victor Chopin here says, tell us about your experience with Ghost on the Queen Mary.
I was about to ask that. Thank you, Rick.
Well, first of all, Vic, our Ghost story, that was kind of weird. Cara and I had been on the Queen Mary before, and we did one of those tours. This time it was a little trippy because, one, we were part of the investigation team, and the boat has been shut down since March. So there's been nobody on that boat.
Oh, wow.
Because of the pandemic. And it wasn't real freaky. I mean, there wasn't anything that like freaked me out. I mean, except for I'm not a, and call me superstitious, whatever. I'm not a huge fan of a Ouija board.
Right.
For me personally, it just kind of maybe opens up things that shouldn't be opened.
I wouldn't play that too.
That's all right.
Wouldn't. No.
So we did that, and that was, you know, after a while, if you watched it at all, I just kind of took my hands off it and just kind of sat back, because I was like, man, I don't want to, you know, last night I had a really vivid dream, and it was me communicating with ghosts. And it was really vivid. And it wasn't scary or anything, but I was back home in Alaska, and I was in this like certain part of the town I lived in, and there was always this building that I never went into there, and I was in that building last night in my dream, and I was communicating with all these ghosts, because the building is like from the early 1900s till now, and I was communicating with all these people, and it was really cool because it was like they were real people, but the real people that were with me, with my friends, are like, oh yeah, that's Mike. He's a ghost. He died. Da 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 da. And this is da da da. I'm like, wow.
Right, introducing it.
I mean, I was like a kid. I was jumping on the bed with one of them. We were jumping up and down on the bed, and it was a weird.
Wow.
And my truck for some reason was stuck in the mud. I don't know what was happening. Anyway,
but yeah,
the Queen Mary. I digress. The Queen Mary. Yeah, we walked through certain areas, and we saw the little meters, you know, dancing around, and we took this really cool photo. It was super foggy, and we're just goofballs. Was there stuff? I mean, I didn't see objects move. I didn't see, you know, shadows except our own. Saw meters moving, little energy meters moving when we were trying to talk, and we started playing music and asking questions. The trippiest thing, I think, I don't know if it was trippy or not, but I had to put on these, Calico and I did it. We put on these headphones, and inside the headphones, they take radio stations, like a shit ton of them, and they auto scan. If you've ever been in your car and you hit the auto scan thing, how it tries to find a radio station, and so it's like it just goes fast. Well, it does that in your ears, and it's loud enough where you can't hear anybody around you, and they blindfold you, so you can't see anybody. And so you hear this, and you got to try to pick out words. So meanwhile, when you're not hearing your group or seeing your group, they're asking questions, right? And there's this little meter that could tell if a spirit is there, or an electrical energy or whatever. And the meter was going off the charts, especially on Calico. It went off the charts. And so you start asking questions. And the more it does this, you might be asking the right questions. Well, the person listening, you catch little words from the radio station. It could be someone saying hello. And so you got to say it out, hello. But saying all these things. So it's supposed to be a spirit.
Yeah, I guess that's called spirit box, no?
Yes. Yeah.
I've seen about that lately, and that's so crazy because it really seems like they're really talking to you. I
need to try that.
Yeah,
there's an app for it for your phone. You can upload that, and then you talk to ghosts. Yeah.
Really?
It's just it is. There's one. I don't really remember the name of the app, but there is an app that is like the spirit box. You put it on, and then you'd make questions and all, like there's someone here or something, and it's gonna be like this radio stuff, and they're gonna answer you. So that's really, really crazy.
Yeah, it's really hard to hear, because again, it could be little excerpts of like and then you catch a word that might be hello, and you got to, you say it out, right? Yeah. I mean, there was thing after watching it, I'd always when I had those on, it was a trip, because when I was wearing it, I had the word happy. Like I heard the word happy, I thought, but I didn't say it out loud. But watching it on the show, afterwards, Chuck asked the question, "Are you happy?" And I almost said,
"No."
So I didn't say it out loud because I didn't know if that's what I heard or not, but it kind of resonated in me that,
Right.
So
There's some energy there.
if you're a believer or not, in the spiritual
Totally.
afterlife.
I really do believe in this. Like I've passed by some experiences like that, like seeing ghosts, seeing, shadows and stuff when I was a kid. So
Mm-hmm.
Were they scared?
yeah, I would try this. Yeah, I mean, not that they were scary, like their appearance. Like I've seen once like a really all black dog, like giant dog, a giant snake, and I've seen like a woman from 1,000 years ago. So it's crazy. It's just really crazy. But then when I grow up, I don't see that anymore. I just can feel some energy, like bad energy. If I go into a place that has a bad energy, I can feel it. So
Yeah.
I totally
Mhm.
believe that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
it's
true.
crazy.
So, yeah, that was Vic. And I have one thing and a message from Vic that I'd like to put up too. And here's something Vic says. Chris is one of my favorite guys. We chat on the phone and text when we can't get together. And I'm really happy to call from my friend.
Can I quote you on that, Vic? Yeah, Vic, like I was saying, when you're out there, you meet people, fans of music. I don't want to just say fans of Beasto Blanco, but as you guys know, I mean, you probably you're Cooper fans, and through Cooper,
Hell yeah.
you become fans of the actual members of the band, and through that, I've met a lot of great people from the off. Vic, get out of here. Vic was, Vic and many others have been,
Sure.
started out. Vic would come, as a fan of the band, and we just really hit it off. And I really do. He's, I cherish our friendship. He's a good dude. I really, really.
Same here. I call him Professor Vic, and he's so sweet. He sent me a pic he had made of Stanley. It has a picture of Stanley on it, a pic, and he sent it to me. It's so great.
Who's that? Who does?
His dog.
Oh. Wait, his dog?
Stanley's his
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I should tell you this story. So what happened was, so you don't know Stanley? Like
Well,
for
no.
real?
You talking about his dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never met the dog, but I know the dog. Yeah.
Cool. So we were watching an episode of In the Trenches with Ryan Roxy, and we are Saint Vic Federer, and we are in the chat just like these people are right now, and we were commenting, and some person came, and she obviously doesn't know, so she is asking like who is Ryan and who others are, and I like to pull legs a bit. So I was like, oh, Ryan is just a podcast guy. He's like, oh, yeah, he interviews people and things. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
she's like, okay, and who is this Vic guy? Everybody is commenting about him. And I'm like, oh, he is the one. He's the main guy. Ryan works for him. And suddenly everybody in the comments is like, hearts for Stanley. We love you, Stanley. Stanley is cute. And this person asks, okay, now I'm confused. Who is Stanley? And I go, Stanley is Vic's assistant. And this person is like, okay, that's cool. And after some time, everybody is like, come on, it's okay. Tell her the truth, and everybody's like, no, Stanley is Vic's dog, and that is still fine. And then this person comments, Stanley is Vic's dog. I thought Stanley is Vic's husband.
Yeah, I guess Vic does look like he might be able to swing to that. I thought you were going to take it like, Ryan with Stanley and Ryan kind of thing. But yeah.
Sure. So yeah, since that day, I'm like, yeah. Hey Vic, how are you? And how is your husband Stanley? Oh my God.
Well, we all know Vic is likes to get a little freaky.
Gosh, we love Vic. So coming back to some serious talk, 2020 has been, a weird year, as to say, and not all the things are to its normalcy, as to say. And even though it has been traumatic and sad overall to say, or caused many life changes in everyone's life all over the globe, but I'm sure there are some things it has taught us as well. So I'd like to ask you, what are the 3 things or the things that the year 2020 has taught you?
This may sound, I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but almost in the sense, watch your back. And I say that in a sense of just being prepared, because it seems this year has been a blindsiding year in a lot of ways. With everything being shut down, people getting sick, to political stuff.
True.
It's just, I think the more prepared we can be for, and it's not, I don't know how do you prepare for something that you don't know is going to happen, but I guess the more prepared you can be with things in life, the less there is to worry about, because you're prepared for it.
Right.
It's like, this is going to be a horrible example, but it's an example. I don't know if you guys had the issue of toilet paper when all this hit. Did you have everybody run out of toilet paper? I have.
Not really.
Yes.
So in the United States, or certain areas of the United States, you couldn't buy a roll of fucking toilet paper when all this hit.
True.
I still don't understand it to this day. Why is toilet paper the new gold? I really don't understand.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. One of the things that happened was people were crazy because they thought they had to get some food, they had to get the toilet paper, because if they didn't have it, they wouldn't have, because they couldn't go to the store and all. So I guess that's the biggest why people were buying that much. And we're actually having here in Brazil, they were doing like a competition to see who has more toilet paper. So that's sick. That's sick. That's sick, because there's people that really needed it, and there's people that had it because they wanted to show everyone they could buy it, they could have it. So that was really, really, really crazy, and Brazil was like crazy.
Yeah, to me, there's a lot of other things in life that you should prepare for. Like for me, if I ran out of toilet paper, I could go to the shower and wash my ass if I need to, or whatnot,
Yes.
But anyway, my point being in saying is that if you already have, 40 rolls of toilet paper already, you're not going to worry about not having any toilet paper and having to scrounge. So prepare yourself. So I think that's what one thing this year has, for me anyways, just be prepared for whatever a situation may come up, so it doesn't just blindside you, because I think a lot of people got blindsided this year, especially in the entertainment communities, music communities, and a lot of, I'm sure it's the same way around the world, but there's a lot of, a lot of small businesses they're not coming back from this. And these are, you know, businesses who have been, you know, around for a couple generations, you know, handed down business. They're not Walmarts, they're not Targets, they're not Amazons.
Yeah.
They're, you know, family businesses. They're not coming back. And it's very unfortunate. Anyway, number 2, just as shitty as shit can get, I think, you know, everything is a state of mind as well. So if you can keep a good state of mind and positive,
So important.
as tough as it can be, that is, I think that really helps a lot of our you know, our psyche and our being. So you know, there's a lot of things I think, you know, I know I took advantage of and took for granted, and being able to travel and do music for, you know, play and do all these things. And man, I tell you, I really do miss it.
Right.
I saw something that, you know, I saw something that Ryan posted, man, and I adore that guy. You know, he showed a picture of when they did the Sydney, Australia gig. You know, that was massive, you know, and then he said,
Oh, yes.
and he's playing in Finland, and he said it perfectly. You know, he's along the lines, be it this or be it, you know, this, which is a little corner stage with a school. Just blessed to be able to play, you know, and be able
Do
to
what you do.
just blessed,
Definitely.
just blessed, you know. And so I think you just count your blessings, regardless of what it is you're doing in your life. There's always a bright side. You just have to find it. Number 3, I think one thing that's been kind of cool is get this, you know, through this. There's been time to actually, you know, I guess it could be a good thing or a bad thing, but, you know, you get to reflect on your life, but in reflection, you get to also spend some time with with family and those that are dear to you, like right now. And it's not just over the, you know, every once in a while wedding, every once in a while holiday, or, you know, funerals. You know, it seems like funerals. Why is it funerals and weddings, or it's when you get together with old friends that, like, how come we haven't stayed in touch, and and it's always got to be something, you know, a funeral.
Right.
I guess that's the nature of someone passing, is it brings people together, and that's the lovely thing about it. But anyway, excuse me. Excuse me. It's not COVID cough, I promise you. Just count your blessings, man. There's a lot of stuff out there that, you know, you just gotta satisfy your soul with. I like being outside. I love the outdoors. So if I can be in the mountains, at the beach, you know, have Cara, my son, with me, and my family with me, I'm generally pretty happy, you know. So, you know, I put a guitar in my hand.
And to make you happy right now, we have a friend of yours joining us. Hello.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Doing good. On the boat here. Just wanted to jump on and say hi and, you know, let you know I enjoyed the Freak Stream and was wondering if possibly they're going to put that out on DVD or Blu-ray, because it's a really good.
Oh, thanks, Chris. You know, we're talking to them about that to see if we can do something like that, because that came out really cool. That you're talking about the Monsters of Rock one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that came out. That was awesome.
As you can see, I got the T-shirt on right now.
Dude, you're a trooper. Hey, do me a favor. Give me a tour with the phone of the boat.
Okay. Let's see if I can. Like I said, I'm in my room now. I don't know if you can see the barges there. You know,
Damn, dude.
Then this is kind of my room. It's kind of a mess. Hadn't been on but about a week. You know, then we go out.
Wow.
Kind of the hallway, you know, that goes out. Then we got an exit door where we go out the back, and then you can hear the kind of the boat sounds. The engines are, you know, seeing.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh.
That is cool.
that is like true rock star stuff right
I'm
there.
getting a lot of static, whatever, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to jump on and say hey, and like I said, enjoy the freak stream and all the Beasto stuff. We're looking forward to some of the new music that I know you're writing and going to come out sometime soon.
Yeah, likewise, Chris. Thank you for everything what you do, and give the wife and the boy a hug for us, will you?
I sure will. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right, bud.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Later, guys.
Thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you.
See you. See you.
See ya.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah,
So,
Chris
thank
always
you
does
so
these
much.
posts.
Yeah.
And he does post like
Yeah.
these little things on Instagram that he's cranking a Beasto tune, just driving down that river. And I don't know if you've ever, the Mississippi River is huge. You guys, it's a major transport for shipping, and it's a river for crying out loud. And Chris Vickery, he transports stuff down that river. It's pretty massive. It's cool.
So cool.
That's what I like about Beasto Blanco, is that we're such a blue collar band.
Connect.
And what I mean by blue collar is we have so many different trades, men and women, and just people who do everything from like what Chris is doing to, construction to, lawyers, attorneys, it's one and the same. It's just a really broad fan base that we have, and dedicated, thank you to you guys as well, it's neat.
It's a pleasure and honor, and things to remember that Chris just said is to be prepared and count on your blessings.
Oh, yes.
One of the important, and stick to your dear ones, And hey, talking of Thanksgiving, how's your Thanksgiving planned this year?
Okay, so California is now on another shutdown. I don't know if you hear the news or not. I don't know how much of our local news gets out around the world, but so California just got hit with another shutdown. I got to be honest with you, and I'm pissed off about it, and so are many other people, because we just are.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That being said, Thanksgiving we're supposed to keep it down to a minimum of 5 to 10 people maximum, and it has to be outside, right?
Right.
And, I don't want to get political with it, but it's just a crock of shit. So for what I'm doing, I'm getting out of LA.
It's all right.
I'm gonna go hang with my family out in the desert, and we're gonna do it that way. So I'll just get to be, with my son, Cara, and family. That's what we'd do anyway. I don't want anything to be. Got to keep it as normal as we can. Otherwise, we're gonna go batshit fucking crazy. Excuse my language. It's just it drives me.
No, come on, it's okay. And I was chatting with Cara last night, and she is such a delightful person. So I would like to thank her for being so sweet to us and support the show as well. So do give our love to Cara and your son as well.
Yeah, thanks to me.
I love you, Cara.
I forgive me. As you know, it took me forever to respond to you on the messenger.
Not at all.
I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I don't sit and focus on my social media as much as I probably should doing what we do. It's not like the first thing that I like to do. I'd rather be doing something in real life myself. So I apologize for not, the delay on that, and
not at all.
And not knowing a whole lot about the VoiceIt Show, and so that's thanks to Cara in that, because she was asking me, does it? And I'm like, I don't know. Well, is it going to be on camera? I don't know. Is it audio? I don't know. Well, are you answering internet questions? I don't know. So if it wasn't for her reaching out like, hey, what are we doing? I would have no idea of what we're doing.
Gosh, I was worried, first of all, because I didn't know you would see the message of the link at least, and I got a message from her, and I was so happy, like, oh my God, like, phew. the message is gone finally. He's received it.
Yeah,
So yeah, so
I've been fortunate because I count my blessings. I've been able to keep really busy during this time when a lot of things are shut down here. I mean, it's really
Right.
businesses are shut down, but with the stuff that I've had,
right.
I have my Beasto Blanco hat, I have my engineering hat. I also do
Right.
voiceover for radio and TV where I just talk.
Wow.
And so I've been able to do some things to keep myself and my household afloat, and
Definitely.
it's mildly creative, I guess, but
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what you do.
and there's
uh,
oh shit, you guys,
Yeah.
I'm sorry here. I've had this thing on private chat the whole time,
right.
and
Everybody is
there's
here.
nothing there, and then I just oh wow, there's all these comments from everybody. Well,
Yeah.
wow.
There's comments.
There are
Hello,
tons of
everybody.
comments.
I feel like a rude son of a bitch right now. I'm sorry. I didn't see any
Not
of it.
at all. Not at all.
Don't worry about it.
Better
And
off.
we-
No, don't worry.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rune, you sucker. Yeah. Rune's
Yeah.
he's a lovely gentleman in Norway.
Mhm.
His son and his girl. Oh, and there's Carl. Oh, Carolina. Oh,
this
Cool.
part,
yeah, this is awesome. See, like these are all people I'm telling you that have been to a lot of shows and have really supported us and have just they're just such a joy to be around, and we miss every one of you guys. Mike, Anna.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys.
Everybody.
I'm just scrolling through all this, seeing it.
Yeah. Come on. It's all right.
Wow.
And so I would like to ask you what's happening right now with Beasto Blanco. What's new? What's coming up? Anything in the making?
Absolutely nothing.
Gosh.
Well, we just talked about 2020.
That was the best answer I could ever expect. Oh my god.
I was.
Amazing.
Gosh.
No,
No,
we
but
are-
yeah.
we're just working on music, man. We're doing whatever we can do to get some stuff out, to everybody and keep ourselves from going stir crazy, to get our creativity out, ourselves. So I mean, that's all we really can do right now. We can't play because most of everything is shut down, and it's really hard to get out. So all we could do is write and talk on the phone.
That's
And I mean,
that's cyber
together.
meetings.
what's that?
Cyber meetings.
Yeah, well, I mean, when we're together, the masks come off.
Yeah, that is true.
we hang out. We hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just at when we did the thing that Chris was talking about, the freak stream. We went over to Callie's and had a barbecue and got in the swimming pool. It was fun, man. We ate, swam, and then we cut the head off a mannequin. It made me
God, so cool.
I know it sounds very childish because we are very
That's
childish.
the type
Not at all.
of things we friends need to do someday.
Cutting the head off a mannequin, it's so satisfying.
I swear to God, one day I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna record it and send it to you and say thank you.
Please do. I suggest using a 614 12-inch blade on a power tool. It's like butter.
Okay.
he knows
Okay.
it all.
I'm gonna ask my stepfather to bring one of them
Oh yeah.
for me. Yeah.
There you go.
It's just cool getting together. I mean, when we're all around and we have so much fun
Right.
together. The five of us.
Yeah,
Right.
so then I can send like the hat for Funky by the mail and some arms for Ken. Yeah, I cut it and send it to you guys.
Sending body parts through the mail. What's
Yeah.
that?
I said, make sure the person isn't alive. Yeah.
Hey, you can't change the rules in the middle of the game.
Oh man.
Right. Gosh. Hey, we got a question from Mike Usnick. He asks, your favorite place to eat while on the road?
Oh man. Okay, we've been fortunate to eat at some really cool places. But I'm going to tell you some of the best places that we've eaten. And that has been, for me personally, it's been the folks who have helped us out in the different countries that we've played in. What are you laughing at, Rebecca?
There's this comment right here.
God.
I love that question.
Yeah, he's asking. Okay, I snore. All right. I'm working on it. Anyway, the best place to eat for me have always been the home cooked meals. There's people who take us in on the road, promoters who have set us up either at Airbnbs or through people's extra homes that they may have. I dig barbecue too, Vic. Yes, that was rad. Yes, Vic. Remember that barbecue we had in Memphis, or not Memphis, in Kansas City, dude? That was really good. Don't answer. What's she saying? Don't answer. I don't know what I'm not.
Don't answer about the snores.
Oh, see, you guys are so on it. It's me. I like the home cooked meals. People who have invite us into their home, and cook for us, because it's always really cool, native to the territory foods, and I really like that. So if I was to go to India, I would hope that if I go visit you guys, that we could have you say no. That's the commercial bullshit of my place. Here's what it is to eat.
That is true. That is so true. Yes, definitely.
That's what I like. So, and I've had the blessing to be able to do that. I'm fortunate to do that.
Definitely. And if you ever do visit our country, it would be our utmost honor and pleasure to host you.
Absolutely.
Like you have a choice.
Gosh. So first of all, I guess if we have any other question, it's been over an hour, and if you have time, we could continue, or we could let you free. But you will have to come back for a part 2.
Oh, it would be an honor. The three of you are fun.
Gosh, thank you so much.
Thanks.
So, but definitely, I'd like our viewers and our loyal beasts and the RG cadets something to remember. So, what is it that you want them to remember right now, or a message from your side to them? That's a thinker, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it. Come on.
It's like the last song of a set. No one remembers the first, second, or ninth song. It's always the last song of the set. So, I'm trying to think here. Just stay focused, everybody. Stay positive. Here's the generic line: we're all in this together.
True.
Definitely. Blessings. Be with your families, and just make the best of whatever you're going through. There's always a bright side, and there's light at the end. Of it. There's light at the end of the COVID tunnel.
COVID tunnel. That is true. And everybody out there,
keep rocking. Do what you do, man. Just
true. Keep grinding. That's right.
Don't take shit so seriously. Just enjoy life, no matter what's thrown at us. I don't know. There's so much stuff to say. Just Enjoy yourself. Don't take
Sure.
it seriously.
Wise
Sure.
word.
Listen
And
to Beasto Blanco when things get tough.
yes, exactly. I was gonna put that up. And for the folks, you should definitely check out these albums are already out there, and these are killer albums of Beasto Blanco. And for more info, you should definitely check out www.beastoblanco.com. And it's not just that, stay on their socials, and there are so many online events that Bisto is doing, and just stay tuned with their page, and go follow Brother Latham. These are his socials, at the rate Brother Latham on Twitter, same on Instagram and Facebook. You could find him.
You guys are
The
so
same
professional. Look at it. Okay, wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Give me your age. Give me your ages. Do you mind?
Why not?
Ages.
I'm 25.
Okay.
Becca and I are 16.
You guys
Yeah.
like the generation that's just keeping things rolling. It's awesome. Seriously,
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been such an honor, and everybody also go follow Loyal Beasts on Instagram at the rate Loyal Beasts, and we would like to mention special thanks to Cara first of all, and our friends Lilli, McCartney, and obviously Loyal Beasts. So thank you all, and thank you for putting up with us today. And may we all have a great, great Thanksgiving. Spend your time with your family. And last but never the least, Brother Latham, Mr. Latham, thank you so much for giving your time this morning to us. And we are a bit disoriented, and but it always fun. And thank you so much for giving
you
your
guys.
time to us.
Thank you guys very much. Keep doing what you're doing. Becca, we're going to be looking forward to that poster you're drawing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do it. I promise you, I'm gonna be doing all the Beasto Blanco band drawing, a really big, huge drawing. So I hope it goes well.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
And as soon as possible.
Good. And just Funky, do you play any instruments? Do you do anything musically?
Yeah, I do. I sing. I also I'm learning to play bass
Okay.
and a tiny bit of guitar.
Awesome. And
That's
Kanak?
about it.
I'm
Guitar.
playing guitar. I play guitar. Yeah, that's
All right.
that's
So just post some stuff. I know Becca, you sing. You're wonderful. Funky,
Thank you.
post some stuff of doing what you're doing, and just so we can keep tabs on you guys too and support you guys as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, and lots of love
That means
to all.
that means a lot.
Oh yeah, all of you, Chuck, Calico, Jan, Sean Sellers, everybody, all of you guys. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. We
virtual
love you.
hugs for all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and we'll see you on the part 2, hopefully soon,
Yeah.
and
All
with the other members too. Surprise!
Yeah, that would be awesome if we could all be here to do that together.
Definitely. Yeah, thank you so much again, Mr. Latham. Thank you for joining us, and thank you all in the comments for viewing. And keep supporting, keep loving each other, and peace, love, and harmony to all of you. Ciao
Amen.
for now.
Ciao for
See
now.
you.
Now.
Peace.
Bye bye.